Man, I was on the streets of Clarksville, Tennessee, basically sleeping wherever I was able to sleep, outside, couch surfing, um, the city park, and and worst of all, man, in the woods, sometimes with a tent or without a tent. So imagine that. I'm gonna let you think about that. Imagine that. But we're gonna rewind time for a second. I can say my addiction started, well, started with crack cocaine. Really, it started with crack cocaine. I was first time I really tried it, I think I was in San Antonio, Texas, on the east side, and whole lot of whole lot of prostitutes, junkies, and shit like that. Back in I say the early 2000s, late 90s, and I actually started. I ain't gonna say my homeboy's name, but I don't know him right now. I hope he's doing all right. But I left my grandma's house and went across the street, and I stayed at a friend of mine's house, and the cocaine was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But this one particular moment, and this is the first story I'm gonna tell y'all, and it's basically how I started everything. The weed wasn't nothing. To me, weed is not a gateway drug. All right. I still know people who's in recovery. They may have a drink or a smoke or two, but that wasn't what they were addicted to. You know what I'm saying? So I got my beliefs, y'all got y'all beliefs, but that's my belief. All right. So it was one time we was chilling, and my homeboy is Hispanic, and I just remember me coming from HEB and walking in the house, and as soon as I walked in the house, there was somebody behind the door, and when I walked in the house and shut the door, this guy yoked me up, threw me on the couch. But when he threw me on the couch, you know what I'm saying, I kind of got hostile, but he was like, nah, we ain't doing all that. He was from the, I ain't gonna say word, but you'll put it together. He was another Hispanic guy, tattoos on his face and everything, long hair. I remember it like the day, like it was yesterday. And he basically like, nah, calm down. You ain't finna do nothing. And I really wasn't. I'm like, where my homeboy at? My homeboy's in the goddamn bathroom in the tub. And he was just being held right there. So I'm saying that to say we made the mistake because we were hustling on that block. But the MMs found out about it, and I didn't know he was supposed to be giving them a cut. And he was getting the dope from somewhere else and not them. So these motherfuckers dropped about, I don't know how much cocaine they dropped on the table. I said, rough estimate about an ounce or two. Dropped it off. We'll be back. Man, they left. Me and my homeboy look at each other like, but he knew what time it was. I was like 13, 14, 15 years old. He knew what time it was. I didn't. And the first thing he said was, and he left, he just told me, showed me how to use the scale and told me what to do. He left for a minute. I'm in there bagging up. He comes back and I got everything bagged up, and he was like, you ain't trying none? And I was like, nigga, did you just forget that I just walked in this house, got yoked up, you was just in the fucking bathtub, and they had you, you wasn't going nowhere. They just dropped off these zips, told you we'll be back, and you better have this much money. And you want to try this out. You fucking right, we're gonna try it out. So boom, tried it out. You know what I'm saying? Tried it out. And from that point on, it was another guy that lived down the street. He was selling crack. He came down one day and we was just in there chilling. But in the meantime, we moving everything, you know what I'm saying? Everything going good. People knocking at the door. You know how that goes. I ain't got to go into all that. But it was another guy that knocked on the door one day. Let me get this. It was another guy that knocked on the door one night, and he wasn't there to get something for himself. he heard through the grapevine, I guess, or someone probably sent them to us, because that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? They told us what we got to do, and they would send people to us. So this guy was like, you know what I'm saying? When we came in and he bought some, and that's when like he had a backpack on, and backpack had a Pyrex, had the Pyrex in it. You know what I'm saying? And he asked us, man, can I pay y'all to do something here? And I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Money, money. We owe these dudes. Yeah, I didn't know what he was doing. I hear this. You know what I'm saying? I hear this, and I see this. I ain't know what he doing. Like, you finna bake a cake or something, nigga? Like, what's going on? I go in the living room. I come back, and I guess that was like the first time I seen crack cocaine. He did his thing. He whipped it out, put it on a damn newspaper, and it turned out gray. Whatever. I didn't try it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't try it. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? That's the first time I seen the crack cocaine. We gonna fast forward. The first time I tried it, I was in Tennessee, and it was actually the first time I became homeless at, let's say, 22, 23, 25 years old, something like that. And I remember this like it was yesterday too, man. This dude asked for a ride. He was my homeboy, man. Asked for a ride, and he was like, "You ever try some hard?" And I'm like, "What is hard?" And he cracked, because back in Texas we called it cheese. This was way back then, way back then. You know what I'm saying? We called it cheese back then. I said, "No, I ain't never tried that." Man, y'all take me to where I need to go pick some up. I'll let you try it. I'm like, whatever, cool. I'm homeless. Man, we go to the projects. Boom, he gets served. He get in the car, and as soon as he get in the car, pulled out a metal pipe and shit and hit that joint. And he was telling me what to do. Put it on there, man. I hit that crack. He was like, hold it in as long as you can. I held that motherfucker in, and I blew that smoke out, man. And it sounded like 25 goddamn trains going down in my head. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, for anybody who smoked crack, that's what you was looking for, the trains. And I heard that in my head, like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? But then the high lasted for like a minute or two. Because now that I know that shit was water whip. It lasted for about a minute or two. And after that, I wanted it every minute, every second of the day. And that's when I actually got involved with knowing the crackheads and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And basically, that's where it started from, man. I heard them trains and wanted it. And the next day, I found myself in the projects. Hey man, I was here with old buddy yesterday. We was in the green 2020, I think the green 2020 Eclipse with the speed stick ship. They was like, oh yeah, I remember you. Excuse me. How you gonna remember me when I was in the car? Y'all remember the car? I got served, went went to the store. You know what I'm saying? That's when they had the brown bag specials. When they got me a brown bag special, that had the crack pipe, the lighter, and the goddamn chore boy. Got that junk, hit that motherfucker, man, and was high out my mind. And I'll say that's when I went on my first crack binge, man. And that's when it all started. Y'all tune in next week, and I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know some other little stories. But it gets better than this, man. I appreciate you, man. It's your boy 210. We do recover 50/50 entertainment. Dope stories. Thank you very much.